Hello everyone, welcome to this new video. Today we're here for WOR Tail 1 Jeddah. Um, yeah, um, got this opportunity to drive in Jeddah, which is very nice. I did have some more practice than I did the last few times I drove in WOR Tail 1. So yeah, we're gonna see if I'm gonna be able to get out of Q1 and maybe even get into Q3 this time. But here we are on our final lap in qualifying one, I should say. We don't have a delta time because we messed up our first run. So yeah, really not ideal. So we have to nail this lap pretty much to get through into Q2. Coming out of the final two corners of sector one, the right hander wasn't ideal, but we do a 9-5-7 split, which at this moment in time was alright. It's not really anything near what I could have done in Q1, but it's alright. So now gonna head into the right left chicane. We do that pretty nicely, to be honest. Not really anything wrong with it. We could have maybe taken it a bit tighter, but yeah, it's good enough. So we now head into sector 3, the left right chicane, the very fast one. Fifth gear there. Bit careful, but I knew I was on a pretty decent lap, so I wasn't gonna risk invalidating or crashing. It's now the final corner. Yeah, that's terrible. We completely missed the apex and we have a wide exit. So yeah, we definitely lost maybe a tenth there even with how bad that
Tig
was.
ook.
Um,
Lekker.
which meant I was able to go through
Ja.
into Q2
Ja, dat is
for the
iets.
first time in
Ah, nice.
WR till 1, which is extremely nice. For P12 and Q1. Here, finishing our first run in Q2, which was a used tire run. Not a lot of pressure on this lap, of course. And we actually do a pretty nice lap. We do a 0.7 on used tires, which puts us in P3 for the time. But yeah, we're now gonna head on to the lap that actually matters. I messed up my second run in Q2, so it's gonna be all down to the final run once again, like it was in Q1. But the pace is there, so I feel like we can do Q3 here. So now I head into turn one, gonna brake as late as possible. Missed the apex a little bit to be honest, but we get a decent apex on the right hand side, and coming out of the first two corners, we're a tenth up on our U-star run. Into the left hander, could have been a bit better maybe, but it's still pretty good. As we're just sending it through this first sector here. Fifth gear there, hitting the apex better than we did in Q1. We're gonna look what our split is. It's a 0.744, which is actually really, really good. It's right on the money. So on the exit, fifth gear, we gain some more time. So now we're gonna head into the right left chicane once again, which was not perfect to be honest. The right hander was pretty good, but the left hander could have been a lot better. Went a little bit wide. But they're still on a pretty good lap into one of the hardest corners to nail on this track. The left, right, and you can see we just overslow a bit too much, and we just lose a lot of momentum going onto the straight, and this could cost us. But I knew I was gonna have to send it into the final corner to get a chance at going into Q3, and we do that. It's a pretty good final corner, not as wide as we did last time. So we're gonna go across the line and we're gonna go
Boys.
into P9 for the time being, 0.104, which was right
Net.
on the edge. As Daniel Kjeltzen is gonna cross the line, Matthijs isn't through, and we get knocked out, which is a massive shame. 7,000. Yeah, we just missed out on Q3. Um, but I was still pretty satisfied because there was improvement in what I've been showing the last few weeks. Then Longay starting on pole position as we head into the race now. Um, yeah, getting yeah, pretty normal start. Nothing special there. Selection is right ahead of us. They're going side by side of him, but some people slowing down a lot here on this apex. So now I head into the fast section in sector 1. There's some contact. Luckily we didn't get damage from that. But now it's just about settling into this race, managing to avoid the chaos, and just making sure that we have the pace. Yeah, we're just now heading into the second part of this first lap. Jack West just overtook. He went into P13, and he's gonna be an interesting one in this race, as we'll see later. Using a little bit of ERS, we have quite a lot. We didn't really use a lot at the start. So yeah, we have a pretty good battery. As you can see, Jan Halliday behind us. 2.5 tenths. Not gonna be close enough for a move here. But Jack West is, and I think he's gonna go for it now on Jan. I think I'll look behind myself here. Yeah, Jack down the inside of Jan overtakes him and is now gonna be behind us. And yeah, Jack is pretty known for using all of his ERS to try and overtake and just make some reckless moves sometimes. He can do that. So yeah, we're gonna have to watch out for that. So on lap 2, using a bit of ERS here to fend him off, to fend Jack off, as he is coming here. I think he will go down the inside here. Yeah, he does. As we go around the outside of him, and yeah, it's just a bit unnecessary this battling because I had a lot more ERS and it didn't really, didn't really gaining anything. It only lost us some ERS, which isn't really ideal. But yeah, we managed to stay ahead. That's the most important part for my side. Still 77% battery, so nothing crazy going on there. Lap 10 we are on now, and you can see that Istvan Pukki had disconnected. I think he was running in P5 as he rejoins the session, but his AI goes a bit wide and we managed to get past, and also Jack West managed to get through. So yeah, it's a massive shame for Istvan. He was my teammate in this race, but yeah, well, he's reserved, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, we get a position from that. As now out of his Ben Sabo, he's flashing. He didn't really seem to have the race pace, but we did. We had a lot more battery than him, and we're gonna use our ERS to try and get past him. Yeah, just lining up the move here into the final corner because yeah, it's pretty tricky to send it there. As now I'm gonna use my ERS. He's flashing, so there's no way he's gonna be able to fend us off. So we're now closing back in on Legend. I think some people will be heading into the pits. Fountain Bruffer, Jan Halliday, all on the pit lane. Jake Benham gets out right in front of us. He got 5 seconds. As I made a mistake here, I've cut out the pit stop for some reason, which isn't ideal. But yeah, we did pit on lap 12, I think. Sorry for that mistake. But yeah, Jake and Legend both had 5 seconds because of a pit lane entry glitch. You might have seen it before. It happens quite a lot here in Jeddah. As you can see there, Thomas Runner coming out of the pit lane. Yeah, we're now just trying to make sure we get this podium finish. Points finish, I should say. Because we're looking to get some pretty good points. With Legend penalty as well, which might be removed, but we'll have to see that later. As now you can see that Jack West actually gonna go for a move here, which is just, yeah, don't really know what to say about that. It's just a terrible dive from him. As you can see me weave to indicate that I wasn't really happy with that. I have a bit of a history of him around this track, but yeah, that was just not on. Wasn't happy with that. Which meant we have to use some ERS to get back into No, we were in DRS, but make sure we're closer in DRS. But nothing really happened there, so we're gonna head on to the final lap of this race already. Yeah, just we don't have a lot of battery left, as Andre Tarabukin is ahead of Legionnaire. Um, yeah, we're gonna try to make up a position, but it's gonna be difficult, to be honest, to gain that position. But at the end of this straight here, you will see that he's playing some DRS games. He actually let Legend through, so he could get the DRS. And yeah, it's fine. He's gonna attack us as well because we were flashing and he had a bit more ERS. And now in the final corner, he's gonna go around the outside of us. But he had 3 seconds anyway, so I wasn't really too bothered with that. Yeah, Istvan gets past us before the line, and we get a P8 finish, which, to be honest, isn't bad. I was pretty happy with that result. Yeah, I had a bit more practice, and you immediately saw that the pace was a lot better than it was in the last few races I did in WR, especially the quali pace, because Bahrain I was actually on the pace quite nicely, but yeah, now we showed that we can actually do something in qualifying as well. With a better final sector, I think we would have made it into Q3 quite easily, and my PB with a couple of hours of practice was a 0.7 low, so yeah, that would have put us like P6 or something, which is on a grid like this is really good. But yeah, I want to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys at the next video. Bye bye.